It's a little close, man. It's a little close for comfort. All right, ready? I'll run this out. And I have markings that careful with that. And I'm gonna mark here and draw a line. You have to cut an area so this can go around this. Is draw another line here and then draw a straight line to make a box and then cut out the box. But this is on the end. So we're just gonna, the square, this is called the square. Move that. It is actually a triangle, but it's called the square. Move it to 59 inches. Exactly. Go ahead, right there. And this one's a little different because it's a corner piece. I'm gonna get flurried. Okay, so I went as far. I'm gonna blow the flurries off. You see what I mean? Yeah. So we have to finish that off with a handsaw, and we're gonna do that. Okay. This is as far as it goes in the bottom. Okay, so I have to saw this. Okay. Why don't you? There we go.
Oh, yeah, Bennett Bill.
There's the first one.
I like the tree.
There, got a little mini board.
A mini board. Like that?
Yep. But keep going because you want the bottom. You'll know when you're there when the bottom. You got to be straight up and down. Here, let me finish it off for you. All sawed out. Here comes the part you can do. This is probably the fun part. So, take the chisel. You're gonna take the flat side.
Oh, that's what we're doing with it.
You're gonna line it up right on your pencil line, okay, and straight up and down. Just gonna tap until it pops right out.
Bro.
All right. Cross. You know what I mean? So as long as you stay on that pencil line, you should be pretty good. Tap should be nice and easy. And get a little bit harder. All the way through. All the way through. Push it all the way down through. Alright, so this is hanging on by a thread, so we just pull it out. But now we'll have to go over and fine tune that. So let's get all these out first. Knock all those out first, and then we'll...
What was that?
5. 6.
7.
Alright, come here and hold this. Floorboard, so no one's going to see it. You know what I mean? They're going to see this side, and that's not too bad. It's not too bad for our first one. And we got to do the same thing with this one. And then this board is ready to go up into the treehouse. That looks pretty clean, doesn't it? Why don't you try and get this guy real slender, not very thick. You don't want to dig into the wood too much, but see if you can smooth that out at all. At the beginning, you're going to have to dig in just to get a grip, and then flatten it out and it'll push through. There you go. Yeah, you just peeled that one off. Good. Ah, it's a good one. Alright, do this one and then that one, and I think we're good. Not from the top, just from where it bulges out. You see that? Yeah. Here, I'll start you right. Get started right there. Yep.
I know, but the top thing also has like a little
That's okay.
Anchor.
That's okay. At least. Hey, what's up? So it's been an entire winter. Spring starts in a week from now, technically on the calendar at least, and the bees are out looking for flowers. So it's a beautiful day here. It's been a nice week, a warm week this week, and I've started some steps to get rolling again on this thing. And in one of the snowstorms last a couple months ago, you can see behind me there probably, there's a big branch that fell off the trees. Got to get that down first. And I got the ladder set up. I'm ready to go up there. And the board that my son helped me cut out just yesterday, I'm gonna put that up there and see if I can fit it up, and that'll be the start of laying all the floorboards. And I just got that shipment in, ready to go for the next stage, for this next season of building the tree house. And last year, I think we got pretty good stuff finished and everything. All in all, in general, we didn't get as far as I thought we would. So we're a little behind schedule, but who really has a schedule these days, right? It's only just an expectation. So you drop that expectation, it's gonna get done. We'll get to it, you know, no big deal. But we picked up where we left off of. The last time I did any work to this tree house was the end of November. I might have done something small in December, but the end of November maybe. And it's gone through some snow, some difficult weather, but it's held up and ready to get going here now. My measurements work out. We'll see in a second. And these cutouts here that we did yesterday will fit 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's an easy fix, but I missed it because I want it to go over the lip, over the edge there. So I'll take this board back up and we'll just cut out another 1.5 inches on the back of each square, and it'll fit right in there like a glove. So yeah, otherwise it's a good fit. There it is, first floorboard. Come back up here again at a later time, screw it in, and we'll start the domino effect. It's gonna be fun. I still had to get the last of the posts and blocking in on this half of the frame. And then I wanted to double down on something that had been plaguing me all winter long. I was concerned about the load that those two beams were going to have to hold from tree to tree when all was said and done. So I debated over a few different ideas as to how to reinforce the strength of them. And now I was putting in struts underneath the tree tabs that we installed when we began everything a year ago. These struts will give added strength to the bolts that hold the beams up, which in turn hold everything else. by drilling more holes into the tree, that brought me to be concerned for its health. I was holding out for it to survive the winter, and I was hoping to see leaves growing on the ends of the branches in just a few weeks to let me know that it was still living. And we were going to double up on the beams too. So the next step was to fit another pair of them into the space where all of the joists were already resting. It wasn't going to be an easy task, but we were kind of working backwards, in a way, at this point. No matter, I needed the peace of mind to move forward with everything else. So this was indeed an integral piece of the puzzle.
We good, man. Yes, sir. Let's see.
So what we're doing today is doubling up on the beams. These guys right here. Those two middle beams. I'm a little uncomfortable with how much weight is going to be on this thing, and not sure if it's going to be able to hold all that load in the middle. So this is just a insurance policy basically. We're doubling up on the beam. So Andy's going to be here in a couple minutes, and he's going to help me hoist 2 more beams, 2 by 12 by 12s, 12 feet long, one right along here, and then we're going to put the other one right alongside that one. It's going to be a little tricky getting it into where we already have things bolted into what's there and stuff. We have to work around some things, but I'm gonna try and make it work. And then once we get them up, I'll feel a lot better. I'll feel a lot more comfortable with putting, you know, the whole house onto this platform and everything, and all the weight that's going to be held up. So, and again, what I did last week here with those struts only just helps reinforce the weight issue. So it took us a couple of hours to accomplish this part, and we had to try a couple of different things to get the beams slotted in what was already there and underneath the structure. But with diligence and creativity, we found a way to get the job done. It wasn't perfect looking, but it didn't need to be. Just needed to be functional. And then it was time to start on the floorboards, finally.
It looks pretty flat from here. This board's a little damp.
There was a lot of hoisting up the boards and driving in many, many screws, but this was one of my favorite parts of the build so far.
Let's see if the shorter board. Because that's what I was like, I think I was saying Pretty Ball is Saturday, but I'm like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
haven't heard anything from it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, did I miss the announcement or something? I can't keep up.
There we go.
You guys have homework.
Oh. What? I could just bring, I can do it up here. I can attach it and then bring up my handsaw or the reciprocating saw, and that's what I'll do. Save time. Man, yeah.
It's the second time we put it in the door, and I'm like, that is, for me, much harder than it should be or seems.
All right.
Did you screw that one down?
No, I didn't. Thanks for saying that. Gotta get that last board in there now.
It wasn't until only a few days later that I had to get back up there and finish putting in the floorboards on the right side of the treehouse. I needed to custom cut a couple more boards to fit around the tree trunk and the remaining posts, and the rest was smooth sailing from there. It was starting to all come together and really look like something recognizable. But subconsciously, I was getting to a good break point because I knew in the back of my mind that this building process would have to be placed on standby once again. The summer was coming up, and the beginning of it was going to be difficult for me to find time and resources to continue building much until the dog days hit towards the end of the summer.
All right. First part of the floor is just about done. There's one more floorboard to put in, and gonna get that now. I have to cut a couple of shapes out of it for number one, that tree, number two, this post, number three, that post. But feels pretty good. And one of my biggest concerns was that the the tree here wasn't gonna live. That it wasn't gonna live, and because after the winter, you know, you're waiting for the leaves to come back on the tree to see if it's still alive, because I just drilled a few huge holes into the thing. So this one, you know, got its leaves, got its buds, you know, about a week or so ago. But then this one wasn't showing anything just until a couple days ago. So now it actually is still living. So big old sigh of relief. It's everything's just really pretty right now with all the little tiny bright green leaves on all the trees. So before they get to be mature size for the year, this is what it looks like. I think it looks really cool. Fits like a glove. Pretty good. I realize you realize the kind of satisfaction you get from measuring it out correctly and then getting it to fit just the way you want it to. Feels pretty good. Satisfaction. Guaranteed.